Moved to Panama when I was 6 months old. My mom got offered a job at DOD, and she said, I'll go to Panama. It's closest to the States, so that's where I'll go. Lived in Gamboa for about 6 months, moved to Balboa, moved to Ancon, moved back to Balboa, moved back to Ancon. Ended up living just a couple miles from the hospital my mom worked at, and lived there for 20 years. Loved it, loved it. You know, when I lived in Panama, I was a punk teenager. I wanted to come to the States because the States had so much to offer. But now that I'm in the States, I want what Panama had to offer. I want the tranquility. I want the fact that, you know, at 3 o'clock you know it's going to rain, and by 4 o'clock you know it's going to be dry. I want that. You know, I want to be able to just wake up and not have to worry about everything. And back in Panama, I didn't have to do that. It was better than paradise. You know, I love it. I mean, it's hard. You ask now, and it's kind of like, well, I know the answer to that. There's no answer to that, man. It's just what everybody felt inside. Panama was here, not here, but here. One of the things about Panama that I never want to forget my time there, ever. You know, and there's some people that I know, and you know, friends of mine, people I still love, that prefer not think about those times. And to me, it's just, why, man? You know, it's like if I read a good book, I might want to come back one day and read that book again. You know, and these guys are, they lived in this paradise, and they had this great surrounding and this great growing up experience that you'll never get anywhere else in the world. It doesn't matter how great a country it is, you're not going to get it. And they don't want to remember it, and they want to try and turn their back. No, I take that back. Not turn their back on it, but not necessarily relive it. Whereas if I could relive it, I'd relive it every day. And I think the majority of us Zonians would, because it was special, you know. And these people were good people. I mean, there's nothing wrong with them. There's nothing, you know. It's just a matter of they want to move forward. Well, I want to move forward too, but you know, I got suitcases full of Panamanian baggage that I want to bring with me, and that's all there is to it, you know. And you know, I love my friends that don't want to remember those days, but when they're with me, they're gonna. It's as simple as that. I live in Southern California. Never rains in Southern California, but when it does, it's like drop, drop. Oh, it's raining. I'm like, you ain't never seen rain, people, ever. You ain't never seen the cloud or the sun 1 minute, and then poof, it's gone, and you're standing drenched from head to toe, and you 2 seconds ago you were burning because it was hot, and then bam, you're soaked. Never driven down a road, and half the car is getting rained on, and you don't even have your windshield wipers on because you're staying just ahead of the rain. These people have never seen that, you know. Yeah, every once in a while I turn on the TV and I'll see some movie where there's a jungle in the background, and I'll be like, oh, Panama. You know, this day and age, you got TiVo. Anytime Panama comes up, it records it automatically. I've probably seen it 20 times already, but I'm going to watch it again. You know, what reminds me of Panama? Every time I call one of my friends, you know, I'll get a phone call, and a buddy of mine will be like, hey, what's up? It's like, hey, remember this? You remember that? You know what I'm talking about? That's right. You know, every time I open a beer, I take it, I open it, I put it to my lips, and I think, man, this was a Panama beer. You know, everything reminds me of Panama. Everything. You know, I paddle outrigger in California. I have people that are my brothers. I paddle with them, and they're close. But if I didn't see them for a couple months and caught up, it'd be, you know, hey, oh, how you been? So what's going on? These people, I haven't seen in 20 years. And it's like I didn't skip a beat. You know, I see them, and it's like it's as if yesterday I was walking through Balboa. You know, I got my buddy, a guy who steered one of my cayucos. It's like we never separate. We may not talk for 5 years, but that doesn't make the heart doesn't, you know, forget. The heart gets fonder, and with these people, the heart gets fonder. People I didn't even talk to in high school. So, you know, I didn't really like that guy in high school. He was kind of a punk, right? Let's go get a beer, brother. We're like that now. It's not about here. It's about what's in your heart. And Panama is in your heart. And Panama is love. And it's crazy to think that, but it is. You know, I had my 20th high school reunion last night, and everybody was, you know, hey, you know, I'm glad everybody could be here. And in the back of my mind, the whole time I'm thinking, you know, there's one major character that's not here. There's one big part of our lives that isn't here that we all wish could be, and that was Panama. You know, it was special. It was special. Man, I'm not gonna cry. It was special. It really was. It wasn't about trying to be the best. It was just about knowing that you already were in the best place you could be. Even if as a punk kid I wanted to leave, you know, I look back now, I see that, I'm like, why did I want to go? Because if I could, I'll tell you what, you give me a shovel, I'll dig that expansion with you, brother. I'll do it right now. Love it. I love that place, man.